Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're zooming in and focusing in on an experience to help you identify if you are in the presence of a narcissist, a sociopath, or a psychopath, and that is the experience of constant criticism or seeking to make you feel inadequate. Inadequate, not good enough, less than, in the dark, smaller than, inferior to, or not engaged in self-belief and empowerment. Now, the narcissist, based on their pathology, their neural network, the ways that their brain wires and fires, they have an insatiable need to be in control, to be the one in the center of attention, to be the one pulling the strings, to be the one in the limelight, in the sunlight, in the whatever light. They want to be the one where all eyes are on. And if you are working, cooking, making dinner, sleeping, whatever it is, they want all eyes on them. And they will begin to break people down through their initial love bombing where they get you hooked, but then through the condensation or the condemning of you to being relegated to a less than person. They will not reflect back to you your strengths. They will not reflect back to you your abilities. They will not have discourse and validate your opinions, because to them that would be equal playing ground, and that is not what the narcissist does. There is no level playing ground. They have things twisted, distorted, and confused, and really sort of rotated around where they are always on that little upper, plateau up. It's like a soapbox. They're always, a little bit higher. Whether it's religious, they're more religious, more holier than thou. If it's possessions, they have more, better, greater, bigger, faster. If it is relationships, they have more, nicer, kinder, sweeter, etc. If it is their job is more martyrdom, more professional, whatever it is. Everything is basically predicated by more, better than, another. So there's always a juxtaposition. They always need a measuring stick with which to measure up and constantly judge. And so it's not like they're walking around with a measuring stick, but it's like a emotional measuring stick, which what they have just ingrained in them, which they're constantly doing the evaluation and making you, quote unquote, or trying, that is the operative word, trying to make you feel inadequate. The jabs, they will jab, they will jab. They really are quite relentless in their need, their pathology to be superior to, better than, or at least project that persona, that image, as if, and you don't see a lot of experience of the fundamental humanity with them, the humble things, the appreciation of things just as they are. It's hard to be very present with this person because they are constantly having the wheels going of how to make another feel inadequate. So if it's not coming, it will be coming. So that's why you have to be forewarned and understand that this is just how these people operate. And oftentimes, if you feel much freer when they are gone, then that is a good sign that you are being emotionally manipulated by an individual. If you feel like you're almost in a straitjacket, like you have to make yourself small, play small, reduce your personality, to that of a pinhead. Basically, reduce your happiness, reduce your smile, reduce your body language, reduce your language. Everything has to is a reaction to them in order to quote unquote please them or get their approval. And realize that it's an insatiable need. So getting the approval, getting the validation is a non-equation. It's not going to add up. The effort is not going to ever get you any sort of tracking or any sort of traction there. It is not ever going to be accomplished. It's like having, the eternal, hamster wheel. I mean, you are just going to be spinning your wheels with them. And, if you feel that you are constantly having to truncate yourself, make yourself smaller, make yourself, because they're trying to project the less than, and then oftentimes sabotage you if you start to get ahead, if you start to do well, if you start to become your true self, you start to be happy, you start to have true interests, You know, these things that like you are naturally ingrained to, you know, there's going to be an insult, opinion, a judgment, a diminishing, making you to feel less than, inadequate, and that you do not deserve. You know, this is sort of a sundry projection in a myriad of different ways, whether from body language, statements, insinuation, a lot of the covert ways with which they'll relay that information to you. So if you have been made to feel this way or projected through the myriad of things that they say, do, treat you, etc., and you feel like you have to play it small, you can't be happy, you know, nothing you do, say, or become is good enough. You're constantly, you know, having to play their games or really according to what their evaluation or definition is for you, then that is a good sign that you are you are in the presence of a narcissist, an emotional manipulator, a covert narcissist, or a psychopath. Especially in the state of the psychopath, it is all a show. So any approval that they give of you is merely to keep you there for whatever it is that they're looking for from you. And it really is a facade. It is a mask. Don't ever underestimate the power of these sort of very severe on that spectrum. Don't ever estimate the power of them to hurt you, get you off track, derail you financially, sabotage you in your relationships, your finances, or even your career. It's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, and I hope that these videos, that they do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.